9 things women do only for the men they love. Old Stoic wisdom. Love is not just something you feel, it's something you do. Zrania David Wilkerson. Let's be honest, brother. Most guys walk around thinking every "I miss you" text means something. It doesn't. Words are cheap, but actions, they're gospel. Today, I'm going to break down the 8 things women do only for the men they genuinely love, not just like, tolerate, or keep hanging around for. True love. When you recognize these signs, surface-level gestures won't fool you again. Let's dive in. 1. She nurtures you without being asked. When a woman truly loves a man, her care becomes a quiet, unwavering force. She nurtures without being asked, driven not by obligation, but by an instinctive desire to see him thrive. This silent devotion is not about fitting into traditional gender roles or submitting. It is about emotional investment so deep that his well-being becomes her compass. She brings coffee without prompting, senses fatigue before a word is spoken, and remembers the smallest details. How his meeting went, whether he ate, because in her heart his success and happiness are intertwined with her own. As the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle wisely noted, love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies. Reflecting this profound connection, where one's rise is felt as a shared triumph. This care manifests in countless forms: cooking his favourite meal, tidying his space, quietly fixing what's broken, praying silently for his strength, all done not out of expectation but from a place of genuine desire to support him at his best. Yet, this tender attentiveness is not given lightly. It is reserved for the man who has earned her full trust and presence. She will not disrupt her life, compromise her routine, or extend this level of care to someone uncertain or temporary. The woman who is still exploring other options, or who keeps her guard up, simply won't invest this kind of love. This is why, as the Old Stoic wisdom teaches, actions speak louder than words. The true measure of her affection is found in the small, unseen gestures performed when no one else is watching. In real life, recognizing these signs can deepen your understanding of love's quiet power and inspire you to cherish and reciprocate that care with equal devotion. Remember the words of Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, who said, "Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction," encouraging you to not only notice but honor the subtle ways love manifests in everyday life. If you've experienced this kind of unwavering care, or if you recognize it in someone close to you, share your thoughts and stories below. How have these silent acts of love shaped your relationships? Your insights could inspire others to see love's true essence beyond grand gestures and words. 2. She defends you when you're not around. A woman who truly loves you shows it not only by how she treats you when you're right there beside her, but perhaps even more profoundly by how she speaks of you when you're not in the room. Think about the conversations you've overheard, or those that happen when you're not present. Does her face light up warmly when your name comes up, or does she appear indifferent? More importantly, does she actively defend you when others make jokes at your expense or gossip about you behind your back? Does she shut down subtle criticisms or outright mockery, standing firm even when it might cause awkwardness or tension among friends? Because here's the truth the many overlook. Most people remain silent if their feelings aren't genuine. Many women will allow disrespect to pass unchallenged, laugh along when someone points out your flaws, or even agree with negative labels like, "He's too quiet" or "He's too intense," without bothering to speak up for you. This silence often speaks louder than words. It's the absence of loyalty, the absence of care. But when a woman truly loves you, she becomes something rare and powerful, an invisible guardian who wields her words like a sword in your defense. She will step in quickly, sometimes risking social discomfort or awkwardness, and tell her closest friends or anyone else, "Don't talk about him that way." She won't hesitate or waver because your reputation, your honor, and your name are precious to her. They are intertwined with her sense of self. In fact, When she defends you in your absence, it means you have moved beyond being just someone she's dating or casually involved with. You have become part of her identity, part of who she is. In today's world, where social dynamics are often complicated by digital conversations, social media, and fleeting friendships, this kind of loyalty is priceless and rare. It's easy for someone to act lovingly when things are comfortable or convenient, but defending you when you're not there takes courage and genuine commitment. It means she values your character and you're worth enough to risk temporary discomfort or conflict for your sake. This old Stoic wisdom, valuing loyalty and defending loved ones without needing recognition, is a timeless marker of true love. So, if you want to measure the depth of her love, ask yourself, what does she say about me when I'm not around? How does she carry my name into the spaces where I'm absent? Because if she is not defending you when you're not there, she's not truly invested in you. And if she can't protect your name behind your back, she doesn't deserve to stand by your side when you're present. This insight offers valuable guidance for modern men navigating relationships. In an era where public image, social circles, and reputation can feel fragile and easily damaged, having a partner who stands up for you when you're not watching is a cornerstone of trust and respect. It's not about controlling what others say or fostering hostility, but about genuine loyalty, the kind of love that protects and cherishes without needing applause. So hold on to the woman who defends you quietly, fiercely, and without hesitation, because her love is a rare gift in a noisy world. If she defends your name when you're not around, she's not just with you, she's for you. True love stands guard in silence and speaks loudly when it matters. If you believe in loyalty that protects beyond presence, drop this in the comments right now. My love is my shield, even when I'm unseen. 3. She becomes emotionally exclusive even before you make it official. Understand this. True love from a woman is never about a formal title or a public announcement. It's about an unspoken, unbreakable bond she forges in silence, long before any label is nailed down. She becomes emotionally exclusive, not because you demand it, but because her heart has already chosen you as the man she trusts, respects, and envisions a future with. She stops entertaining distractions. No more late-night parties with old flames, no more flirtatious banter with other men, no casual replies that stir jealousy. She self-regulates. She restrains herself, not out of obligation, but out of a fierce, quiet loyalty. She guards your connection like a sacred secret, shutting down the spotlight of social media performances, becoming more private, more contained, because love isn't about showing off, it's about protecting what matters most. As the old Stoics would remind you, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. In this case, she mirrors that wisdom by acting as if you're already her man, long before the world acknowledges it. If she's not doing this, if she's keeping one foot out the door, keeping her options alive, entertaining doubts, then the truth is plain and clear. You're not the centre of her gravity. Don't wait for the title. Watch the actions. Because in love, actions shout louder than words, louder than promises. She becomes emotionally exclusive, not because of a ring or a declaration, but because she has already committed her soul to you. Modern life bombards us with distractions, temptations, and endless choices, but real love demands singular focus, discipline, and an unshakable bond. So if she's already guarding your bond, respecting your relationship as if it's the most valuable treasure, you are winning at love. Own that. Stand tall with the confidence that you are no longer an option, but the absolute priority. If you see this in her, cherish it, nurture it, and rise to meet it with the same fierce loyalty and respect. Share this truth, comment your experience, and hit subscribe to master the art of becoming the man she can't help but love exclusively. Because this knowledge is power, and power commands respect. Remember, the man who commands respect is the man who demands nothing but earns everything. 4. She adapts to your world without losing herself. When a woman truly loves a man, she gracefully adapts to his world without losing the essence of who she is. This subtle yet profound balance separates fleeting connections from lifelong partnerships. She doesn't attempt to dominate his life or diminish his passions. Rather, she learns to move alongside him, weaving her own melody into his rhythm. Imagine a man committed to late-night gym sessions. Instead of complaints or resistance, she embraces the routine, even welcoming post-workout calls because she genuinely cares about his world. If he's building a business and cannot respond to texts every few hours, she understands and respects his space, while showing up consistently in ways that silently affirm her support. This isn't about manipulation or pretending. It's about heartfelt engagement with the man she has chosen. She asks questions about his dreams, learns the names of his mentors, and uncovers the quiet battles he faces, those unspoken struggles that weigh on him in silence. Yet, crucially, she does not disappear into his world at the expense of her own identity. She remains rooted in her individuality, continuing her pursuits while seamlessly integrating herself into his life. She becomes not a distraction or burden, but a steady harmony, an indispensable part of the shared life they are building. This type of love transcends the fleeting fireworks of infatuation. It's a daily, intentional choice to align lives, hearts, and futures. The ancient wisdom of Stoics, who understood the power of balance and mutual respect, reminds us that love is not control, but a partnership of equals moving forward in sync. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." If a woman adjusts, supports, and uplifts without sacrificing her true self, you hold something sacred indeed, a bond built on trust, respect, and shared purpose. To the men reading this, cherish the woman who moves with you, not against you. Reflect on your own relationships and consider how you might better honor this delicate dance of love and individuality. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. How have you seen this kind of love in your life or sought to create it? Your insights enrich the conversation and remind us all that real love is built on understanding, respect, and the willingness to grow together. True love is not about losing yourself or controlling the other. It's about moving forward together, side by side, with respect and unwavering support. If you recognize the power of this balance in your relationships, it's time to own it and honor it every day. Motivating sentence to comment: I honor the love that lifts without losing itself. And if you believe in this, drop a comment right now. I honor the love that lifts without losing itself. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, love is a partnership, not a sacrifice. 5. She sees your darkness and stays anyway. If you truly want to know whether a woman loves you in a way that transcends the surface, pay close attention to how she responds when you reveal your darkest moments, those nights when the world feels like it's crashing down, when your confidence is shattered and your eyes no longer shine with charm but with pain and doubt. Most women will admire your best self, the version of you that is confident, ambitious, strong, and successful, wrapped up neatly in a package that the world respects. But the women who love you deeply are not impressed just by the highlight reel of your life. They stay when the curtain falls and the cameras stop rolling. They don't flinch or turn away when you let your guard down and expose your vulnerabilities. They don't run when you admit mistakes or reveal your imperfections. Instead, they remain by your side through the chaos, willing to sit with the mess, listen with compassion rather than trying to fix or change you, and hold your silence with the same tenderness as your words. There is something profoundly rare and powerful about this kind of love. It is a love that does not pity you for your brokenness, but respects you for the courage it takes to show it. Vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness in our society, especially for men who have been conditioned to wear armor and project invincibility. But to a woman who truly loves you, vulnerability is proof of your trust, proof that you feel safe enough to be raw and real with her, without pretenses or defenses. She understands that the scars and mistakes you carry are not ammunition to be used against you later, but badges of your humanity and your growth. This deep acceptance means she becomes more than a lover or partner, she becomes a mirror reflecting not only who you are today, but who you are striving to become. Her love is not conditional on your perfection or achievements. She loves you not in spite of your flaws, but through them, walking alongside you as you confront your weaknesses and strive to be better. In modern life, where vulnerability is often seen as a liability, and where emotional toughness is mistakenly equated with silence, this kind of unwavering loyalty is a treasure. The woman who loves you in this way challenges you, calls you out when necessary, and pushes you to grow. But she never makes you feel unworthy because of your imperfections. Instead, she sees your struggle and admires your effort. This dynamic fosters an environment where you can become your best self, not because she demands it, but because her love inspires you to rise. It is a partnership built on respect, trust, and the courage to be seen fully, strengths that are invaluable in today's fast-moving, often superficial world. This truth is important to recognize. Love isn't simply about how someone celebrates your victories or enjoys your successes. Real love is revealed in how a person stands with you in your brokenness, how they hold space for your pain without turning away or losing hope. If a woman stays by your side during those dark, difficult times, not out of obligation, fear, or pity, but because her heart truly recognizes and connects with yours, then you have found something precious and rare. That kind of loyalty cannot be faked or bought. It is a profound emotional bond that sustains through challenges and transforms both people involved. For men navigating today's complexities, this is an essential lesson. Don't hide your darkness. It may feel safer to wear your armor at all times, to present only strength and control. But the women who love you most want to see the whole truth of you, even the messy parts. Showing your vulnerability is not a sign of failure, but an invitation for deeper connection. When you allow yourself to be fully seen, you invite genuine love, respect, and intimacy into your life, qualities that are far more fulfilling than any superficial admiration. Embrace this wisdom from the Old Stoic teachings that remind us strength lies not in invulnerability, but in the courage to face ourselves honestly and the willingness to be known. When you find a woman who stays through your darkness, cherish her deeply. Let her love be a source of strength, a mirror that reflects not just who you are, but who you have the potential to become, and a reminder that true love is found in the willingness to hold space for each other's brokenness as well as their light. 6. She celebrates your victories, big or small. A woman who truly loves you does not merely acknowledge your victories, she lives them, breathes them, and celebrates them with a fierce, unwavering passion that becomes a driving force behind your every achievement. This celebration is not superficial or obligatory. It is the raw, authentic joy that comes from knowing your success fuels her own spirit, that your triumphs are the music to which her heart beats. When you land a new job, overcome a challenge that once seemed insurmountable, or reach a personal milestone, she is the first and loudest voice to cheer you on, not because she's keeping score or competing, but because your victories are intertwined with her own sense of purpose and happiness. This is the essence of a true partnership, the understanding that your success is shared, your journey inseparable. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. She sees beyond the surface achievements to the courage, persistence, and discipline that pave your path, and she honors every step, every battle, every sweat and tear. Whether it's finishing a grueling workout, delivering a flawless presentation, or simply taking a bold step beyond your comfort zone, she notices, she remembers, and she celebrates. This kind of support, this depth of recognition, is rare in a world where many are quick to judge, quick to compete, or quick to withhold applause. She is not a bystander. She is your fiercest champion. She stands beside you, lifting you higher when you stumble, echoing your strength when you feel weak. Her pride in you is not fleeting. It is a constant flame that burns brighter with each victory. In the chaos of modern life, where distractions multiply and doubts creep in like shadows, Her celebration becomes your anchor, a beacon of motivation that cuts through the noise. It tells you that your struggles are seen, your progress is valued, and your dreams are worthy of fierce protection and celebration. This is not a love that fades when the path gets rough. It is a love that grows stronger, that roots itself deeper in the soil of shared triumphs and mutual respect. She is the storm that drives away your insecurities, and the calm harbour where your successes are honoured with genuine pride. Nelson Mandela said it best: "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." When she celebrates you, she is reminding you that every rise, every comeback, every small win counts, and she is there, unwavering, to witness it all. Her love transforms your victories from solitary achievements into shared conquests, fueling a cycle of ambition and accomplishment that propels you both forward. Do not mistake this for something ordinary. It is extraordinary. It is the foundation of a powerful alliance, the fuel for a life lived boldly and without regret. When you recognize and embrace this fierce celebration, you tap into a wellspring of motivation that will push you beyond limits you once thought unbreakable. It is a call to rise, to conquer, to own your success, not just for yourself, but for the woman who believes in you so completely she celebrates your every step forward with unmatched pride. If this resonates with you, if you feel the strength of this bond, don't keep it inside. Comment, and share your story of how her love drives your success, because celebrating victories together is not just a moment, it's a movement, a revolution of relentless support and unstoppable ambition. Remember, real love does not stand on the sidelines. It demands victory, nurtures greatness, and crowns your life with the honour you both deserve. This is your call to action. Embrace her celebration, fuel your fire, and conquer your world. The time to rise is now. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. 7. She trusts you with her vulnerabilities. She trusts you with her vulnerabilities, and this is one of the most profound and sacred expressions of love a woman can give. Love is not merely about grand gestures or fleeting moments of passion. It is a deep, ongoing exchange of openness and trust that binds two souls together. When a woman truly loves you, she lets down the protective walls she has built around her heart, not because she expects you to solve every problem or fix every fear, but because she trusts you enough to reveal her innermost self, the parts of her that are tender, uncertain, and sometimes fragile. This act of letting you in, sharing her fears, dreams, and doubts, is a profound declaration that she feels completely safe with you. It's an unspoken promise that your bond is strong enough to hold the weight of her vulnerabilities without judgment or dismissal. As the Old Stoic wisdom teaches, fear is a natural reaction to moving closer to the truth, and love, in its purest form, is the courage to face that truth together. When she confides in you about her silent struggles or whispers her quiet hopes, she is doing more than sharing stories. She is inviting you into the sacred space of her heart, trusting that you will honour her authenticity. This trust is not given lightly. It is earned over time through consistent respect, patience, and unwavering support. The great psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." This transformation occurs through the mutual vulnerability you both share, creating a deeper, more resilient connection that transcends superficial interactions. Real love demands this kind of bravery, to be seen fully and to see the other fully, flaws and all. In everyday life, many men might find it challenging to respond to such openness without rushing to fix things or brushing aside emotions. But true partnership means creating a safe harbour where your partner feels heard, valued, and accepted exactly as she is. It means embracing her fears without judgment, holding her doubts with kindness, and encouraging her dreams as if they were your own. When you do this, you build a foundation of trust that cannot be shaken by external challenges or internal insecurities. This is the essence of real intimacy, where both partners feel safe to be vulnerable and to lean on each other in times of joy and hardship alike. Reflect on the relationships you have known or experienced. How often does a person truly allow themselves to be vulnerable? How often are those vulnerabilities met with empathy rather than judgment? This is where love reveals its strength and beauty. I encourage you to look within yourself. Are you the kind of man who creates space for vulnerability? Do you welcome your partner's fears and dreams with an open heart? The famous poet Rumi once said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." When a woman trusts you with her vulnerabilities, she is offering you a light, a chance to grow together in trust, compassion, and love. This is a gift to be cherished and protected. To all the men reading this, I invite you to share your experiences with vulnerability in the comments below. How has opening up or receiving openness transformed your relationships? Your stories may inspire others to embrace the courage it takes to truly connect. Remember, love flourishes not in perfection, but in the willingness to be seen and to see, to trust, and to hold that trust sacred. When she shares her vulnerabilities with you, she is not just sharing pieces of her life, she is entrusting you with her heart, and that is the greatest honor any man can receive. 8. She invests in your growth without losing sight of her own. A woman who truly loves you invests fiercely and relentlessly in your growth without ever compromising her own. She does not simply wish for your success. She demands it, ignites it, and pushes you beyond every limit you once thought unbreakable. Understand this clearly. Her love is not about losing herself or fading into the background. Number true. Love, as the ancient Stoics and warriors of life have taught us, is a powerful, balanced force. Marcus Aurelius said, "Live rationally, cooperate with others as if they were of your own blood." Love is not control, possession, or restriction. It is partnership, equality, and mutual elevation. She challenges you to become your best self while fiercely holding on to her own passions, ambitions, and identity. She is not your caretaker. She is your equal, your challenger, your teammate in the battle of life. In a world drowning in distractions, complacency, and the easy temptations of giving up, finding such a woman is no accident. It is a rare, hard-earned prize, a treasure that elevates your existence to greatness. She is the fire that ignites your ambition and the steady rock that anchors your resolve. She lifts you up, challenges you, pushes you past your fears, but never at the expense of losing her own flame. Because she knows this fundamental truth. A relationship where one grows and the other shrinks is not love. It is a slow death, a silent betrayal of the soul. You deserve a love that builds an empire, not one that erects a cage. Reflect with brutal honesty. Are you growing stronger together or drifting apart in quiet surrender? Are you sharpening each other's edges or dulling your own blades to avoid conflict? This is the moment to claim your power and demand more. Demand a love that commands respect, a love that is a daily victory fought by two warriors standing shoulder to shoulder, sharpening each other into legends. Theodore Roosevelt, a man who knew the cost of greatness, said, "Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty." This is the fight, the sacred, relentless effort to build mutual greatness. So rise with her, fight with her, grow with her, because a woman who invests in your growth while fiercely guarding her own independence is your partner in conquest, your ally in life's greatest battles. She is not a fleeting moment, she is your lifetime victory. This is not the time for hesitation or half measures. If you are ready to refuse weakness, to shun the mediocre like this post, share your story of growth in the comments. Declare to the world that you are a man who refuses to settle for anything less than greatness. Subscribe now and commit to a path where love means power, respect, and unstoppable growth for both of you. True love is not given, it is earned, it is fought for, and it is forged with unyielding strength and unwavering respect. Do not wait. Claim it now. Because a man who knows what he deserves will never settle for less than a woman who stands beside him, grows with him, and conquers the world with him. If you're ready to rise with her, fight with her, and grow alongside the woman who refuses to lose herself while lifting you higher. Declare it now. Drop this in the comments. I am the man who builds an empire with his queen. Like this video, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and remember, true love demands strength, respect, and relentless growth for both. Don't settle. Claim your power today. 9. She communicates honestly, even when it's difficult. A woman who truly loves you communicates with a level of honesty and openness that is both rare and deeply meaningful, especially in today's world where many shy away from difficult conversations or mask their true feelings to keep the peace. She won't avoid the hard talks or sweep challenging issues under the rug because she understands that genuine connection and lasting love are built not on easy compromises or superficial harmony, but on facing life's realities head-on, together. This kind of honesty isn't about pointing fingers or casting blame. It's about creating a space where both partners can share their thoughts, emotions, and concerns openly and without fear of judgment. It is a conscious choice to prioritize transparency because she knows that trust cannot flourish in the dark. Stoic wisdom teaches us to speak the truth, even if it's hard to hear, because honesty is true strength, a lesson that applies as much to relationships as it does to life's broader challenges. When she chooses to be candid about what weighs on her heart and mind, especially when it's uncomfortable, she demonstrates her commitment not just to a peaceful or convenient love, but to one that is real, resilient, and built to endure. In the fast-paced, often distracted rhythm of modern life, where it's tempting to sidestep difficult emotions with silence or avoidance, her willingness to engage in honest dialogue is a rare and precious gift. It invites men to move beyond defensiveness or withdrawal, encouraging them instead to listen with patience and empathy. This openness becomes a bridge that deepens intimacy and allows both partners to grow individually and together. Understanding that these moments of truth are not attacks or threats, but opportunities to strengthen the relationship, helps men embrace a more mature form of love, one rooted in mutual respect and shared vulnerability. By welcoming this honesty, men learn to appreciate that love is not about maintaining surface-level harmony at all costs, but about growing through conflict, learning from mistakes, and building a foundation of trust that can withstand life's inevitable storms. When she communicates honestly, she's showing that her love is steadfast and courageous. It is not fragile or conditional, but willing to face challenges head-on alongside you. This kind of love requires a man's active participation, a willingness to hear hard truths without turning away, and the strength to respond with understanding instead of defensiveness. It calls for patience and the maturity to engage deeply, rather than retreating when things get tough. The result is a relationship that evolves beyond fleeting passion or convenience into a powerful partnership, a union grounded in truth, respect, and unwavering commitment. Drawing from the timeless Stoic principle that honesty is strength, this dynamic teaches that love is not merely an emotion, but a deliberate practice, one where truth-telling and trust-building are daily acts of courage. In embracing this, both partners create a space where real love can flourish, one that is not fragile or fleeting, but rich, enduring, and profoundly satisfying. Ultimately, a woman who loves you enough to communicate honestly, even when it's hard, is inviting you into a love that is not only deeper, but wiser, one that prepares you both for the long journey ahead, together, no matter what challenges come your way. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching all the way through. If what I shared today really hit home for you, if you caught yourself recognizing even one of those signs and thought, wow, she might actually love me, then don't just leave that thought hanging in the air. Don't let it slip away unnoticed or unappreciated. That feeling matters. Love like this is not something you find every day. When a woman shows that kind of love, quiet, steadfast, and real, It's worth more than words can say. It's the kind of love that grounds you, lifts you, and gives you a solid foundation to build your life on. If you've ever experienced that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't yet, that's okay too, because it's out there, and you deserve it. Now, if you want to go deeper than just surface-level talk about relationships and feelings, if you want to truly understand how to think, feel, and live like a man who knows his worth, one who carries himself with quiet confidence and strength, then make sure you subscribe to Stoicism Win. Here, we don't settle for cliches or empty promises. We break down real wisdom, old Stoic principles, and practical advice that cut through the noise and help you grow into the kind of man who attracts and keeps that real, grounding love. Before you go, I want to ask you to do something simple but meaningful. In the comments below, type the word anchor. Because here's the truth. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't drift away or disappear. She becomes your anchor, steady, solid, and undeniable. She's the one who keeps you grounded when life gets tough, who supports you without question, and who stands by you no matter what. So, if you've ever had a woman like that in your life, or if you're still waiting for one who will be that anchor for you, type anchor in the comments right now. Let's see how many men out there still believe in something real, something deep and lasting that goes beyond fleeting feelings and empty words. Because real love is a foundation, not a fair weather feeling. It's about trust, respect, and unwavering support. And when you find that kind of love, it changes everything. It makes you stronger, more certain, and more alive. I want you to know that I'll be reading every comment because your stories and your experiences matter. This is more than just a video or a channel. It's a community where real men come to learn, grow, and share. So take care of yourself, know your worth, and never settle for less than the kind of love that grounds you, challenges you, and lifts you up. That kind of love is rare, and it's worth fighting for. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the comments.